subscribe to the channel. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think. Like and comment.
There's some new information that came out and a lot of breaking news that happened at Yo Gotti's concert, and MoneyBagg Yo was involved. So basically he was on stage and a couple of guys in the front row ran up on stage and actually tried to grab him and do something. So at that time, the security was nowhere to be found. Basically, they were supposed to keep the venue under control so that nobody did anything out of the regular. And that's exactly what happened, basically. So the lesson learned is not to trust into the security of the venue and to bring your own. So eventually, we all knew that something was going to catch up and make it so that they can't go to shows anymore. And the fact that there was a lot of people who were there in the front, they saw everything that happened, they were witnesses, but nobody wanted to say anything because they speak out, they're thinking that they're in danger or something or in trouble, because a lot of people are scared to speak out due to repercussions, and some people, they call it snitching, some people actually get payback and get back. But basically, MoneyBagg Yo, they went down and tried to do a show in Mississippi. And in Mississippi, it's far away from Memphis, so they don't have a lot of CMG supporters on their side out there. So the next thing you know, man, they went to a show, and whoever booked them for that show, they must have had something to do with the people that ran on stage. Because I'll tell you, when those dudes ran on stage, nobody stopped them. Like, it was like the whole crowd knew what was about to happen next. I think that people had already known that these two guys were gonna go on stage when MoneyBagg Yo came out, right after 30 seconds into him playing this song. So look, and you realize that a lot of the crowd was making it so that he couldn't continue on to the show that he was performing. He basically had to stop everything because the DJ turned off the music, and the next thing you know, when the DJ turned the music on, that's when you saw two people rush the stage and really basically tried to attack MoneyBagg Yo because they have felt some type of way about the situation, how he was involved with everything that's been happening in the last few months. There's a couple reasons why they could have been mad. I think the main reason is because MoneyBagg Yo had two cars. He had two vehicles that were seated on the scene, and a lot of people know that there's only one person that has that black Bentley Bentayga. With the way that it looked in that picture, that's the only vehicle that belongs to MoneyBagg Yo that was on that side of town. So the other vehicle that was seen was when MoneyBagg Yo was actually at the same gas station as Young Dolph. He was at that Marathon gas station. He was seen on tape in the surveillance that the manager showed to the police. When the manager showed him the footage of the surveillance, that's when everybody went running out of the back door, and you could see exactly how it happened. So basically, the manager told him that this was not acceptable at all, and that it cannot happen in their store. Like, he doesn't own that convenience store just to let people come in, and that establishment has a reputation to keep up. So what you have to understand is that he did not like basically the activities going around at his convenience store.
The owners have a strict policy.
The owners have a strict policy. They have to adhere to the rules and the policies on their corporate paperwork.
Because the admin
is not going to let them access anything if they're basically jeopardizing the entire reputation of this business's name. Like, you got to understand that it is not 2010 anymore. You can't just run businesses the way you want to. The community has expectations of how you're supposed to behave when you own a business. Like, you can't just go and do all these reckless things and cause harm to your own community. Like, that's the opposite of what we're trying to do out here. So, man, you have to realize that this isn't what you thought it was. There's a lot more to the story. Like the fact that the entire crowd was planning on knowing something was gonna go down. So
Yeah,
when that song came on, and it was
The
disrespectful
drop
towards
okay?
Dolph and PRE, that's when everything went left. They understood that, hey, you can't come to Mississippi and try to play diss songs at a show.
I know.
You can't come here and try to diss the people that we look up to. Because if you was to do a survey in Mississippi, you would see that a lot more people support Young Dolph and PRE instead of supporting Yo Gotti. So another thing you have to understand is that Yo Gotti was right there with MoneyBagg Yo in that black Bentley. I mean, if you don't know at this point, that's what's going on. Like, how is it that
I'm walking
Yo Gotti
to the
is
parking
in the same place as MoneyBagg Yo, and MoneyBagg Yo's vehicles were actually seen
I'm on my way.
on that scene,
driving
on
there.
that day at that same time frame. His vehicle was spotted right there. Like, you got to understand that these facts you can't overlook. That's why you have to subscribe to the channel, because we bringing you the facts. Now, another thing you have to worry about and keep in your back of your mind is that everybody's concerned that the narrative is going one way versus the other. What you got to realize is the cookie shop shouldn't be the people at the cookie shop have to be responsible for the things that went on. The fact that the body was moved, they moved Young Dolph. His entire jewelry was taken. The guy had, when you add everything up, he had approximately $700,000 worth of jewelry on him that was missing. And you can't just overlook that. If they have evidence that somebody did take his jewelry, then they have to do something about it. They can't just sit back and say, hey, we're hearing all these reports that this happened and this happened, but we're not going to do anything about it. So if all of these details are true about the body being moved, the jewelry being taken, MoneyBagg Yo's cars being on the scene, Yo Gotti planning the whole thing, and the involvement of everybody from bottom to up, how are they going to overlook all of that and not go after the people that actually have something to hide? See, you have to realize that we're trying to show you the truth and what really happened. We're painting you the picture. Now realize this.
Showing you the light.
It's about to be some more breaking news that comes out. So subscribe to the channel, man. Like this video. I want y'all to hit me in the comment section. Let me know if you support Young Dolph, if you support PRE. Hit the comments.
Keep that support going.
Comment on this video and let us know, are you with the cookie shop or are you with Young Dolph? So let us know, man. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, man. You guys have a good day.